The home buying process is an important one and includes the following steps. Step 1. It all starts with the buyer submitting a bid. Being able to make an unconditional offer puts the buyer in an advantageous negotiating position. An offer creates no legal obligation for either the buyer or the seller. Therefore, you can change your mind until you sign a contract. Step 2. Perform an inspection of the home to evaluate the structural condition of the property. An inspection should be done by a licensed property inspector. The inspection report should then be reviewed with your attorney and realtor to determine which repairs, if any, should be included as part of the contract, or if a price reduction is warranted. Step 3. This is where the contract process is completed. Notify your attorney once your offer to purchase has been accepted by the seller. The contract is usually prepared by the seller's attorney and sent to the buyer's attorney, who reviews it with the buyer. If the contract is acceptable, the buyer signs it and submits a check for a percentage of the contract price as a deposit to the seller's attorney, who also arranges for the seller's signature. Step 4. Getting a mortgage. It is useful to seek the advice of a reputable mortgage broker for assistance in getting a loan. A mortgage broker can present you with an array of programs offered by many different banks on a competitive basis. In obtaining a mortgage, the buyer will generally incur certain upfront closing costs, including an application fee, an appraisal fee, the bank's legal fees, amongst others. Step 5. Obtaining title insurance. Title insurance protects the buyer of property and their mortgage lender against future claims for any unknown defects in the title to the property at the time of sale. A title search is a detailed examination of historical public records, including deeds, court records, property, and name indexes, and other public documents. Once a title search is completed, the buyer's attorney will work with the seller's attorney and the buyer's lender to clear up all title defects to ensure the buyer is purchasing a property with a free and clear title. Step 6. Finally, time to close the transaction. After a buyer has been approved for a mortgage, the title is determined to be free and clear, and in the case of a co-op, has received approval from the board, the closing will take place. During the closing, you'll sign the documents required by the bank to issue your loan and the appropriate tax and ownership transfer documents. You'll then be handed the keys to your new property. Congratulations! To close on the purchase of your home, contact the experienced real estate attorneys at the Law Office of Yuri Moshes, PC.